Are you listening to those techie narrow drum and bass tracks and ever wonder how to make those plucky basses? Well, in today's video, I'm going to show you how to exactly do that. So without further ado, let's go into the program.
All right, so the first thing I want to do is load up a fresh instance of Serum. Once you've got the Serum, we're actually going to be using saw waves. So let's just turn on oscillator B as well. We're going to turn on the bend plus minus one and just bend it all the way up. And then we're going to make kind of plucky shape like this. And once you've drawn in that shape, we're going to put it on the filter cutoff. And once you put it on the filter cutoff, you want to go into the matrix and change the type here. Next thing you want to do is load up LFO1 to the level of the noise and also do the same thing in the matrix. Don't forget to put LFO1 on envelope mode, and we're also going to decrease the decay of envelope 1. We also want to turn on the sub, put it direct out. You can also add some voices onto the first oscillator. Go ahead and add some hyperdimension, some distortion, some chorus. Don't turn down the dry wet to 15%, and we're going to turn on the multiband compressor. And you want to turn on the EQ and put it before the multiband compressor here. We're going to also drag the LFO1 to the gain. And we're going to add a V clip onto right after the Serum. Make sure it's in hard clipping mode. And then we're going to duplicate the layer and make one be filtered, so it's just the low end. So around 200 is all right. Make sure to put the V clip at the very end of the post-processing chain. And then we are going to make sure that our second layer is just the mid to high frequencies. After you've got this set up, then you want to go and look for multipass and load the multipass right before the EQ or the filter. And here we're going to choose a distortion. So we're going to go into the distorted tab and basically going to look for a distortion that works with our sound. Going to increase the level of the sub channel, and we're going to decrease the level of the mid-high just a little bit, so it's a bit more balanced. So I'm going to choose the Amen driver, and we're just going to draw in some notes here. So I'm going to click and drag the region where I want to insert a MIDI clip, and we can press Control-Shift-M or Command-Shift-M if you're on Mac. And we're just going to draw in some notes. duplicate this. And we're going to make sure that the mid layer has this information as well. And now you can go into the serum of the mid layer and actually make this a bit pluckier if you want. And then just by changing the LFO shape here, you can modify that mid layer. You can also add some reverb. So now I'm going to freeze and flatten it, and I'm going to group these two layers and add a filter on top just so I can keep modulating it and fine-tuning the movement. So here what you want to do is basically follow the same movement of the notes. And we're just going to draw a little shape like similar to the one that we have in the LFOs. You can also add some thermal on it and keep post-processing it just to find the correct layer that we're looking for. So if we put thermal on here, we can choose different kinds of presets that will give us different textures for the sound. So once you've got these two layers set up, you can actually go in and modify the shape of the LFO1 to kind of make it as plucky as you want, or even make it longer so that the shape changes and you have different types of variations of the same bass. But this is basically the essential kind of patch that I go through without going too deep into the post-processing. This is just what you can do with just a few steps to make a really good plucky bass for your DNB tune.
So that would be it for this Plucky bass tutorial. Again, my name is Yatuza with DNB Academy, and if you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit like and subscribe and hit that bell icon to get notifications for our next uploads. See you in the next one.